Hi there, sign of Sagittarius. This is Kim here to do an oracle message for you today. Going to use the Guardian Angel Oracle deck and then the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. So what I do is I channel or provide a channel, an open channel for your spirit guides, your angels, any part of your spirit team that wants to give you a message. You will have a message here if you stick around. So please do stick around and like and subscribe. And I appreciate you, and I send my love right back out. All right, so spirit guides, angels, what kind of messages do you have for Sagittarius? Ooh, the same exact card that Leo just pulled. The exact same. It was their first card too. That's neat. 18, and then there's a B right there. That's strange. And a hot air balloon. I guess there's a T. An O. Another T. Okay, so the angel of inspiration is sometimes when you need that extra, that extra creative punch, when you need the kick of inspiration, something to get you going, you can call on, it's your angels and your spirit team saying, hey, we're here to assist you. If you want us to, you have to be open for the knowledge. Open for the knowledge. And there's 1111. Nice. Angel of encouragement. So not only is your spirit team here to help you with ideas, seemingly coming from the blue, which is great, because that's the magical part. There's really nothing necessarily magical about it, but they are always there to help you. They will help you. 1111, angel of encouragement. You need this when things are tough. You need this when it's life is requiring us to persist. Keep going. Don't you give up. Come on. That's that angel of encouragement. Angel of encouragement. And you got this. Wow. There's only one that so your angel of encouragement, 1111, is the only one that's different from Leo's. Leo got all those two. Got angel of power and angel of inspiration. And then they got angel of the universe, I think. So what makes this a little bit different is that Leo's power, angel of power, was right here. So I feel like there needs to be an emphasis with your belief system around power. You can even, I believe you can surrender to a belief system being all possibilities too. I believe that there's always a paradox in everything. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And that is an older statement that I do agree with. Yes, you're very much more powerful than you realize. And I think that sometimes what can happen is we can go throughout life and get discouraged when something about what we thought, our power, what didn't work. Say we think that happened, that something didn't work out and that is the way that we wanted it. That's that encouragement to say, no, you don't really know how this information of something not working is actually going to serve you later. Like, how does it tie into a solution later in the future? That is, I think that's what this is saying. It's like, no, let's keep encouraging you. Don't you dare drop at this point. You know what I mean? That one disappointment, don't look at the studies. Don't look at the studies about disappointment, about negativity. Don't look at that stuff. It doesn't have any power if you don't let that stuff have power. You have the power. You have the power. And you can have much or as little as you want. Some people like having not much power. Some people want complete surrender and some other person to do stuff. But this is you standing in your power. This is you making your decisions. This is you using your minds. And this is encouraging you on your life path too, I feel like. All right. You don't need the rituals. I feel like saying this because this information is channeled. So I just kind of pull it out of consciousness, right? But you don't need the You don't need the rituals. You don't need the spells. You don't need the candles. You don't need the certain color to be right. You don't have to believe in the things that you don't want to believe in. And they magically go away because life accommodates. And I just feel like saying that. Life accommodates, and it's more accommodating per se than some of the physical aspects that we notice, which of course it's all a reflection. So there's something about the angel of power and your inner child energy, 71. Okay, you're currently healing old emotional wounds. Sometimes it's really even hard to identify where these wounds have come from. Some self-defense mechanisms are to hide some things from ourselves as a form of defense. So not always are you going to be able, nor I don't think you necessarily always want all that to come out. I guess that's just a matter of opinion. But you can heal things, I feel, without having to put a label or, once again, a limitation on yourself. So in a weird way, I'm saying don't limit the way that your inner child can be healed. There's not a certain way that you have to do it. There's not a certain healing there's always something that will work better for you than will for somebody else. And your healing of your inner child might be you buying roller skates and going somewhere to enjoy like a derby and having, or whatever that they're called, a skating rink, so that you can enjoy memories from when you did it when you were small. So that could be inner child work. Anything that brings out the happy emotions. I think it's time to start magnifying all that stuff and stop looking at all the things that need fixing because, oh my goodness, we're not paying attention to things that do work and that work magnificently to a point where maybe just a little tweak and then it'll be fine. Then we have to change everything. I don't know where I'm going with that. I don't think I'm particularly going anywhere with that, but obsession, 14. Yes, it's time to get out of your head and back into your heart. Yeah, because the head is always trying to understand the things that the heart knows. I feel like that's the best way to word it, is that it's always trying to understand the things that the heart honestly knows. So it's almost like having different methods to test if something's the real thing. But having them all together works the best. So if you're in obsession mode, then you're putting all your energy towards the mind that can't possibly think out the feelings of your heart, if that makes any sense. That's how I see that. All right. Ooh, visionary. Visionary. Vision is scary. Isn't that what Eminem said? Visionary. Vision is scary. It is. It is. You take a chance on everything. Every creativity, every unknown, you take a chance on it. A visionary can see past. For one thing, a visionary is going to transcend all limitations. They're not ever going to start a project by saying, well, I want to invent something, and then try to think of it like that. Like, okay, well, with these restrictions, I'm going to invent this. It's almost like the way that science is actually structured is in a sense, in a way, a limiting belief, if you think about it, because anytime you try to make something fit, if you might realize it doesn't work too well in this particular world. It's a paradox too, because everything is so mathematical and appearing as chaos, but it's really not. So don't put a limit on your visions. Don't put a limit on anything. So anything that you think will stop you from being able to get something, that's just, with a visionary, that's not going to exist. Also, I think a visionary sees things better. like tries to see things in a brighter light. Always knows that the tomorrow, it can be happier. It can be brighter. Why don't we all believe in that? and then that, it's like common sense for the visionary. That's what it feels like. Common sense for the visionary. You are learning to synthesize all of your creative ideas into action. 40. Okay, so 33 is recognition. Someone deserves to be recognized for all that they do. And it might be about the way that you inspire others. Don't ever think that people aren't noticing seriously every little thing. And that they're being inspired by you, loving you, and doing you the way you want to do you every single day. Remember, get out of the head and don't try to interpret with your head what other people are trying to, you know, like, don't try to figure somebody else out too hard in the head, because it's the heart recognition. I guess I'm trying to think of the heart recognition, that it's very easy to recognize when we're going heart-based. So recognize somebody for all that they do. You're always being recognized. You're always inspiring others, whether you know it or not. On this plane, you're always being recognized, so in some little way. So that's what I got for you. I know that was kind of just random and out there, but that's what I have. So that's me. That's authentically me. Commitment. Ask yourself the question you often ask everyone else. What do you need? Listen to the answer and respond actively and committedly as you do for others in your life. This is about you needing to give yourself recognition. How far have you come so far, Sagittarius? Have you not been telling yourself, oh my God, look what I've done. Look what I've done. You know what I mean? This is like, I can't believe this. That's that energy. That's what you need. That's what everybody needs a dose of, is what a good job you did. Preservation. Reevaluate this battle you're engaged in. A hasty retreat may be in order. Self-preservation may be the only thing salvageable. And then I have bravery, which I think that's probably going on this inner child. Okay. Yeah, it's time to reel in your warrior spirit. Not all conflict has to be a fight. The wise warrior will choose their battles carefully, weighing out the risk on the road to achievement. Yeah, choosing what to confidently go towards. You have this power to do something here that will be just, I think they want you to be so successful here, and they want you to release any kind of energy or emotions that, or not necessarily always necessarily released or healed. Sometimes I feel like that we just need to remember. So be like remembering inner child instead of inner child healing. Why don't we focus on remembering and the good things and stuff? I mean, healing's always going to be there. It's always going to come. But it would be good to focus on that, on some of the things that made us feel happy and playful. Because you see, I'm noticing her cape with that angel of power. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I've got for you guys. Sending you light and love. Thanks so much for joining me, Sagittarius. Big hugs.